Welcome to the Healing Mile. I'm Carrie, your walking bestie, and by the end of this episode, you're going to know how to find freedom in the way you eat, move, and feel inside your body. I'm so excited for this episode. But first, let's take a deep breath in together. And let it out. Now, I want you to think about something. How many times have you thought about what you ate today, or didn't eat, or what you should do to make up for it? How many times have you promised yourself you'd get back on track Monday, or sworn that this time you'll finally stick with it? We've all been there, stuck in that tug of war between wanting to feel good in our bodies and being tired of trying so hard. I know exactly how that feels. For years, I made food and movement way more complicated than they needed to be. I overthought every bite, pushed my body when I was exhausted, and beat myself up when I didn't follow through. And the harder I tried to control it all, the more disconnected and frustrated I felt. But somewhere along the way, I realized something simple that changed everything. You can nourish and move your body from love, not guilt. When you shift your mindset from I have to I get to, everything softens. You stop chasing perfection and start choosing presence. You stop punishing your body and start partnering with it. This walk is about finding that kind of freedom. The kind that doesn't come from a perfect diet or workout plan, but from understanding that your body doesn't need control, it needs care. So today, as we walk, we're going to reset how you think about food, movement, and your body. We'll explore the science of how your brain and gut communicate, the truth about balance, and how to build habits that support the life you actually want to live, not the one you think you should be living. By the end of this mile, I hope you'll feel lighter and inspired, not because of calories burned, but because you've started letting go of the weight of guilt. So take another deep breath. Soften your shoulders and let your steps find their rhythm. You're not walking towards a better version of yourself today. You're walking towards freedom. As you settle into your stride, take a moment to notice how your body feels right now without judgment. Not how you think it should feel, not what you wish it looked like, just what it is. Feel the way your feet connect with the ground beneath you. Steady, rhythmic, supportive. Notice your breath. In through your nose, out through your mouth. With every inhale, imagine you're filling your body with energy and nourishment. With every exhale, let go of tension, comparison, and any leftover guilt from the week. Let this walk be a reset, a chance to come home to yourself. Your body doesn't need you to control it. It just needs you to listen, to trust, and to remember that you're on the same team. As you walk, let your breath fall into a comfortable rhythm. Inhale for a count of 4. Exhale for a count of 4. As you do, imagine your steps syncing up with your heartbeat. Your body, your breath, your mind, all working together in quiet harmony. This is where freedom begins, not in the mirror, not on the scale, but in this moment, you breathing deeply, moving gently, learning to trust your body again. Take one more slow breath in. And as you exhale, let's start talking about why that trust matters and what happens when guilt and overthinking takes its place. For so many of us, food and movement have become tangled up with guilt. We've learned to measure our worth by how disciplined we are, how clean we eat, or how many steps we take. We don't just eat a cookie, we negotiate it. We don't just skip a workout, we justify it. And before we even realize it, we've turned nourishment, something meant to sustain us, into a scoreboard. I've been there. The mental math, the guilt, the starting over again and again. It's exhausting. But here's what I finally realized. When everything you do for your health is rooted in guilt, it will never bring you peace. Because guilt doesn't inspire healthy choices, it drains them. It tells you you're failing even when you're trying. It turns food into punishment and movement into debt repayment. And that's not freedom. That's fear disguised as discipline. But when you start to move from love, when you nourish your body because you care about how you feel, not how you look, everything changes. You start noticing how food gives you energy, how movement clears your head, how rest actually makes you stronger. You stop chasing perfection and you start choosing that presence. You stop asking, how do I fix myself? And start asking, how can I take care of myself today? And that shift from control to care is where healing really begins. So if you've ever felt trapped between wanting to be healthy and feeling tired of trying so hard, this walk is your reminder that you don't have to earn your right to feel good. You just have to come back to balance, a middle ground between nourishing your body and enjoying your life. Because that's what real freedom feels like. Not rigid, not restricted, but grounded, kind, and sustainable. So as we keep walking, I want you to think about this. What if you let go of all the rules for a minute? What if food wasn't good or bad, and movement wasn't punishment or reward, but simply a way to feel good in your body again? That's where we're heading next, because there's a real science behind why food, movement, and mood are all so connected. And when you understand it, you'll see how much power you actually have to change the way you feel. When you think about it, your body is brilliant. Every system, every signal, every craving, it's all communication. Your body doesn't just keep you alive. It's constantly trying to keep you in balance. Take your gut, for example. It's not just where digestion happens. It's home to millions of neurons, a whole network scientists call your second brain. That's because about 90% of your serotonin, your happiness chemical, is made right there in your gut. So when you eat foods that support your digestion, you're not just helping your stomach, you're helping your mind. And when you move your body, even something as simple as walking, you're lighting up parts of your brain that regulate mood, focus, and motivation. You're literally creating the chemistry of feeling good. How amazing is that? That's why after a walk like this, you feel calmer, clearer, and more present. It's not your imagination. It's your biology working directly for you. But somewhere along the way, we stopped trusting that. We started letting diet trends and shoulds, woulds, coulds drown out our intuition. We lost touch with that feeling good feeling and what it actually feels like. Your body was never meant to be micromanaged. It was meant to be cared for, fed with kindness, moved with gratitude, rested with respect. And here's the part that always gets me. Your body doesn't hold grudges. So even when you've ignored it, pushed it too hard, or spoken to it unkindly, the moment you start giving it what it needs, it begins to respond. That very moment, energy returns, focus sharpens, your mood lifts, your whole system whispers, "Thank you." That's the science and the soul of body freedom. It's not about eating perfectly or exercising every day. It's about creating harmony between nourishment and enjoyment, effort and rest, intention and ease. Because the truth is, food and movement were never supposed to be stressful. They're supposed to help you live. And when you stop overcomplicating them, you let go of the guilt and just listen, you realize that health isn't punishment. It's a privilege. It's a gift. The goal isn't to have a perfect body. It's to have one that you love, that you care for, and that feels like home. Like I said, one of the biggest lessons I've learned about food and movement is that we tend to make them harder than they have to be. We overthink them. We overcorrect ourselves. We go all in and then we burn out. Our bodies don't need extremes. They need consistency. Consistency and compassion. So let's talk about what this looks like in real life after this walk. The first thing is to keep it simple. When it comes to food, think energy, not rules. Ask yourself, what's going to make me feel good in a few hours? Sometimes that's a smoothie. Sometimes it's a sandwich. Sometimes it's French fries with your best friend, because laughter is medicine too. There's no moral value in food. You're not bad for craving chips or good for eating greens. It's all about how those choices make you feel in your body. When you shift from guilt to awareness, everything changes. Food stops being something to control and it becomes something that fuels your life. Second, move with intention, not obligation. Movement shouldn't feel like punishment. You shouldn't dread movement. It's a way to reconnect with your strength and your spirit. That could mean a walk like this, stretching before bed, dancing in your kitchen. I love doing that. Or doing a few squats while your coffee brews. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter what it looks like. What matters is that it feels good. Because every time you move, you're sending that message to your brain, I'm alive, I'm capable, and I'm taking care of myself. And the beautiful thing about that is your body responds. It rewards you with energy, clarity, confidence, and calm. Third, listen and adjust. There's no perfect balance, only awareness. If you notice you've been eating on autopilot or skipping movement because you're drained, pause. Ask, what do I need right now? Sometimes the answer is a salad. Sometimes it's sleep. Sometimes it's silence. Listening builds trust, and trust builds freedom. And when you start to trust your body again, you realize how smart it's always been. It tells you when to move. It tells you when to rest. It even tells you when you need connection or sunshine or water. Our bodies are beautiful. We just need to be aware of what they're trying to communicate to us. So maybe this week, your action step isn't a diet plan or a new workout. Maybe it's just tuning in. Taking 5 minutes before you eat to ask, what does my body actually want? And 5 minutes after you move, ask, how do I feel now? That's where change begins, in awareness, not restriction. And here's the final piece, and it's a big one. Balance is not 50-50 every day. It's not eating perfectly or hitting a step goal. It's knowing that one day you might feel like a green juice, and the next you might feel like a donut. And neither one defines you. The goal isn't to get it all right. The goal is to feel right in your body, in your choices, in your life. Small steps, small shifts. That's how you create a body and a life that feels free. So as we keep walking, I want you to take a deep breath and just feel how good it is to be moving. Not to burn calories, not to count steps, not to make up for anything, but simply because movement feels like self-respect. And that's what freedom really is. Loving yourself enough to choose what feels good and what feels right, moment by moment. You've spent this walk remembering what freedom feels like. Not the kind that comes from rules or perfection, but from trust. So before we finish, let's anchor that feeling with a few affirmations. Truths you can come back to whenever guilt, pressure, or self-doubt start to creep in. Say them quietly in your mind or out loud if you can. And as you do, feel your body soften with every word. I choose to nourish my body with love, not guilt. I am free to enjoy food and still honor my health. Movement is a gift, not a punishment. I am responsible for how I care for my body, and I do it with love. I trust my body to guide me. I trust my body to guide me. Now take a moment, breathe those words in, and let them move through you. You've just spoken truth, and your body heard it. Every positive thought that you offer yourself creates a shift, rewires an old belief, softens something that used to feel hard. This is how change happens. Not through force, but through consistency, compassion, and awareness. You don't have to change everything overnight. You just have to keep showing up like this, present, patient, kind. And as we come to the last stretch of this mile, I want you to feel proud because you've already taken a powerful step towards body freedom. You're walking lighter, clearer, stronger, not because you're doing more, but you're finally doing it with love. So as we wind down, take one last deep breath in through your nose and exhale slowly through your mouth. You've just spent this mile giving your body something priceless. Your attention, your kindness, your care. That's what this journey is all about. Because food and movement were never meant to be punishment. They're the ways we communicate with our bodies. Every bite, every stretch, every walk like this, it's all a part of a conversation. And when that conversation is built on respect instead of guilt, everything starts to shift, I promise. You stop chasing numbers on a scale and start chasing how you feel. You stop forcing yourself to fit into boxes and start creating balance that actually fits your life. That's body freedom. It's not a finish line. It's a relationship, one you get to nurture every single day. So if there are days you overthink or overeat or skip a workout, it's okay. You're human. What matters is that you come back home to yourself, that you keep showing up, not to fix your body, but to care for it, to love it. Because the more you care and love for your body, the more it gives back to you in energy, in focus, in confidence, in peace. This is how we create a life that feels good to live. And isn't that the purpose? Not a perfect life, but a real life. Not a rigid one, but a rooted one. Not about control, about connection. So as you slow your steps, take a moment to appreciate this feeling, the calm after movement, the quiet pride of doing something kind for yourself. This is freedom, peaceful, present, powerful. You're not walking towards your best self. You're walking with her. And she's so proud of how far you've already come. Take one more deep breath. Feel that gratitude move through every cell of your body. You are nourished. You are balanced. You are free. We just spent this walk reconnecting with our bodies, learning how to nourish it, move it, and care for it from love instead of guilt. If you'd like a little more support along your journey, grab the free Body Love Starter Guide in the show notes. It's free. It's filled with simple, feel-good tools to help you keep deepening your connection to your body every day. Be sure to follow the podcast so you never miss a new walk. And if this episode helped you, I'd love for you to share it with someone who might need a little encouragement today. And if you haven't heard, I just launched something so special to me. The Healing Minute, a place for stillness when you're craving quiet instead of movement. Each episode offers a short, guided moment to help you breathe, reset, and reconnect whenever life feels like too much. It's like a deep breath for your day, and I can't wait for you to experience it. Next week, we'll keep the Body Love series going with the intuitive body walk. In this episode, we'll take what we started here, listening to your body instead of following a list of rules, and we'll go even deeper. You'll learn how to hear the signals your body sends you, how to trust them, and how to respond in a way that supports your energy, your emotions, and your overall well being. It's all about tuning out the noise and tuning back in to you. Thank you so much for joining me today here on the Healing Mile. Keep listening to your body. Keep showing up for yourself. And I'll see you on the path again soon.